Greetings and welcome. Now let's have some fun this morning. Should we do another pointless crap that people are getting angry about on the internet today? You know, all these like right-wing YouTube channels that claim they're for freedom of speech and against cancel culture and fighting the snowflake society, but spend all their time and effort getting angry about pointless crap that doesn't matter. Right, let's go. Here we go. The trouble with Jeremy Vine. We must know what the trouble with Jeremy Vine is. We must know this. We must find out. This thumbnail is so enticing. I have to find out what the trouble with Jeremy Vine is. Isn't Jeremy Vine doesn't he do a daytime TV chat show on Channel 5? I mean, you can't really get any more menial than that, really, can you? But apparently 164,000 people need to know what the trouble with Jeremy Vine is. Now, I guarantee to this 164,000 people that if Jeremy Vine had been born or hadn't been born, it would have had no impact on your life in any way, shape or form. Jeremy Vine has not impacted your life in any way, shape or form, but apparently 164,000 people need to know what the trouble with Jeremy Vine is. This one's good. I like this one. Jim Davidson speaks out on Khan's win. I love the fact that this thumbnail is assuming that we're supposed to care about what mid-90s generation game host Jim Davidson's opinions are. I mean, should we get the Stars in Their Eyes host Matthew Kelly's opinion on the recent mayor election? Or what about Pat Sharp? I think we need to know what Pat Sharp's opinion is on the recent London mayor election. Andy Peters, we have to know what his opinion is on the London mayor elections. Why do we care? Why do we care? Open borders, confirmed. Keir Starmer confirms, capital letters, confirms open borders under Labour government. There is no question, 100% Labour will bring in open borders. I also love the thumbnail that he's used for this. You see this guy, like, he's tried to find the most angry immigrants on a boat he could possibly find. This guy here looks like he's about to shove this guy. But what I actually think is happening here is these are the only two without a life vest. This guy may have been like slipping and he's actually trying to save him. That's what I actually think is happening. This thumbnail, open borders, confirmed. We hear a lot about this, don't we, from the right-wing media? Open borders, Labour will bring in open borders. It's never actually clarified what they actually mean by this. I mean, I assume they mean open borders, where borders are completely open and everyone can come in and anyone can go out. I mean, that is what open borders means, isn't it? So apparently now Keir Starmer confirms open borders. I don't have to click on this video to know that this is complete bullshit. Who's putting forward open borders? No politician. Can you think of an actual politician that advocates for complete open borders? No one. No one. Britain's Eurovision Act hates our flag. Ex-British Army Paz 49. I don't think you're the target audience for Eurovision, Paz. To be honest, mate, I don't think, you know, from someone ex-military guy, very, very patriotic, is very, very anti all the sort of LGBT stuff. I don't think Eurovision is for you, mate. I think you should probably sit this one out. I don't think you're the target audience. I might just click on this one, actually, because I do like Paz. It does make me laugh.
So it's Eurovision again this weekend.
Hang on, one thing I have to do when I watch a video by Paz, I have to at least 1.2. The guy speaks so slow.
And you know, I have absolutely no idea. I am baffled why Britain is still a part of this corrupt shit show. I really am, because we haven't got a hope.
I love the passion in his voice. I can't believe why Britain is involved in this disgusting, corrupt Eurovision Song Contest. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who cares?
Hope in hell of winning, because the Europeans hate us. And ironically, we don't hate the Europeans.
I'm sorry to be the one to break this to you, Paz, but you're European. You are European. I don't know whether you know that. You may not like it, but you are. You're European. But anyway.
Hope in hell of winning, because the Europeans hate us. And ironically, we don't hate the Europeans. We hate...
You ever wondered why the Europeans hate us? They don't, by the way. Most polls in most European countries are high on the fact they'd like us to rejoin the EU, and they do like us. But have you ever wondered why a lot of Europeans hate us? You know, is it anything to do with this superiority complex that we have, where you know, we discard all the amazing benefits that we get from being in the EU, the trade, the investment, and give it all up because we don't like Europeans coming over to our country. All the Europeans that have done amazing things over it, worked in our NHS, nursed our elderly, built things in this country, worked hard in this country, and then we go, do you know what, we don't fucking want you. Piss off, a lot of you. Or maybe it's the fact that we sort of take over their towns and cities in Spain and build British bars and British pubs and eat British food and don't actually mingle and ingrain ourselves in the culture of a country. We just plant ourselves over there and build British pubs. Maybe that's got something to do with it, I don't know.
The EU. We hate the idea that an unaccountable, unelected elite can control and screw up other people's countries.
Unelectable, unaccountable, unelectable. Yeah, because I mean, we don't have European elections, do we? That's not a thing. Each country doesn't have a veto for any law that's passed in the EU. I mean, unelectable, unaccountable.
Without consequences. Anyway, I've done those videos. So it's in Sweden this weekend, and thankfully I'm working, so that's my excuse for not watching it. And
you don't need an excuse, Paz. If you don't want to watch the Eurovision Song Contest, don't watch it. I haven't got an excuse. I'm not watching it because it's shit. You know, and like I say, you're probably not their target audience. Not everything is for you, mate. Not everything's for you. I don't watch golf tournaments because they're boring as hell. Okay, the Eurovision Song Contest for years now has been a part of the LGBT community. It's the thing. They love it. They love it. And of course they do. It's gay as hell. You know, so maybe an ex-squaddy that's got a bit of chip on his shoulder about LGBT stuff is not the target audience for Eurovision. Maybe you should just sit this one out. I've done it. I can't watch any more of this video. I've done enough of it. I'm sure. I don't know what this guy done. Britain Eurovision Act hates our flag. So some guy hates the British flag. Get over it. That's life. That's just what happens. And in no way, shape or form is this guy on Eurovision going to affect my life or your life, Paz, in any way, shape or form. And that's always the nature of this video. Just stop caring about stuff that does not impact your life in any way, shape or form. Care about stuff that impacts your life, of course. Get angry about poverty, get angry about your bills going up, get angry about a corrupt government, but don't get angry about some guy with a British flag on the Eurovision Song Contest that does not impact your life in any way, shape or form. Next, London is finished. London is finished. Oh, it's been around for a while, London, hasn't it? Oh, that's a shame. Bloody hell. How old is London? Bloody hell, nearly 2,000 years old? Shit, well that is big news. If London is really finished, like this guy is saying, if London is really finished, it's been around for 2,000 years. It's pretty big stuff. I'm going to have to click on this one.
So, Paul, what do you think about Sadiq Khan getting back in?
Well, inevitable, I think. It was always going to happen. Not a big surprise. When you think that probably the most unpopular politician in the country by a country mile has just been re-elected.
How does that work exactly? if he is the most unpopular politician in the country, as he claimed, by a country mile, how does he win an election? That doesn't really make sense at all. He must be popular with some people who have voted him in, surely. And this claim that he's the most unpopular politician in the country, I mean, is you got any evidence for that? Any facts? Or is it just your sort of inner circle of right-wing, anti-immigrant people that you're talking to on this issue? Because it seems if he's winning the election, He must be popular in some circle. Right, so instead of just talking to our mates down the pub and looking at the opinions of whatever comments I get on my right-wing YouTube channel, should we actually try and maybe do a little bit of research, look at some polls? There's a YouGov poll here. So yeah, Nigel Farage is top of the famous category, but popularity, I mean, only 38%. Same thing with Nigel Farage. He's very unpopular with the people that don't like him, but obviously very, very, very popular with the people that do. Same with Jeremy Corbyn. I imagine Jeremy Corbyn's probably like quite far down on this list there, isn't he? Let's have a look. Yeah, 20% popularity, but 95% fame. I mean, this is the best, I guess, you can get to evidence of the popularity of certain politicians. And where is our man Sadiq Khan? So 24%. So, I mean, there's a lot of politicians that are more unpopular than Suella Braverman, Priti Patel. These are the type of people that I'd say probably way more unpopular with the general public. And this is the thing, you sit in your echo chamber, don't you? When you just listen to your right-wing comments on your YouTube channel, you probably do think that Sadiq Khan is the most unpopular politician in the country. But if you actually look at the whole country as a whole, you'll see that a lot more politicians are a lot more unpopular. Theresa May, Rishi Sunak, our Prime Minister, 20%, right down the bottom. I'm not one for commenting on Sadiq Khan. I don't live in London. I don't know. I honestly don't know the effects of the latest ULEZ on poorer people. You know, if they are being taxed more, then that's not great. But the problem that I always find with people that criticise Sadiq Khan is things like crime and stuff in London. Now, crime is obviously much higher in London than it used to be. But for me, the overriding reasons for that is 14 years of Tory austerity, 14 years of police cuts, 14 years of council funding being slashed, 14 years of spending on courts and the judicial system, and 14 years of community centres funding being slashed. All these things are from 14 years of the worst government that we've all had. Sadiq Khan, I don't really know how great he is as a mayor, but one thing I do know is he's trying to tackle these problems with one hand tied behind his back. That's what I do know. But there is a bit of a fad recently of these enticing titles. You know, London is finished. Open borders confirmed. England is dead. There is nothing left of England. It appears to still be here. I don't know about you guys. It looks like England's still here now. London has fallen. Look at the serious face in this guy. These thumbnails. London has fallen. Serious face. It's like, I have to click and find out, has London really fallen? It's been around for 2,000 years, but I think it's still here, folks. I think it's still here. But anyway, I enjoyed that. It's always good fun, isn't it? As always, you know, just stop getting angry about stuff that doesn't matter. Just don't. Honestly, your life will be better. Any of those videos I've just put up, if instead of clicking on them, you just went outside, just went out for a walk, just 5-minute walk down the road, back again, you'd feel much better and your life would be improved. Till next time, if you enjoyed the video, click a like. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe up top. There'll be another video, you can check that out as well. Till next time, take care.